This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
What is going on, party people? It is your boy Smoooth. That is Smoooth with, hold on, wait a minute. 3 O's. I am here in H-Town. This is the first ever Smoooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth and it's being held outside of the TSE. We in Houston, Texas right now. I gotta make sure that I put up the correct graphic here so y'all can see it, and bam, there we go, because y'all know it's serious. So once again, your boy Smoooth with 3 O's in H-Town. I'm excited about this show. It's a whole lot of meaning towards this evening's show. This is the first time that this show has been live in almost a month. You know, doing a little, vacation, taking time away from doing the live show on Smoooth Conversations. Y'all been hearing previous pre-records and previous shows and the whole 9 in prior weeks, but tonight is special. Tonight I'm back, and it's live once again in the South, and I'm excited. I want to say first off, tomorrow we celebrating Juneteenth. Gotta celebrate that and celebrate up like tomorrow's the last day we gonna live. Okay, celebrate that. And then we also are celebrating Father's Day this weekend, something that I know myself and my special guest this evening definitely will appreciate and take it all in as well. So to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day to each and every one of y'all. Enjoy it, live it up, continue to be a positive impact for your kids. No matter how old they get, always be a positive impact for them. So for those watching or maybe listening, tuned in for the first time, y'all wondering, well, Smoooth, who are you? Well, I'm glad y'all asked, because I am a Mr. Jack of all trades. I am a photographer, I do videography, drone services. Y'all want a podcast, a talk show done, I can make that happen for you. Need a sound engineer, let's do that. Also a professional in everything I do. Professional DJ. Y'all need some custom apparel like the shirt I have on right now. If y'all want to support Smoooth Productions and get a Smoooth Productions t-shirt or any kind of custom apparel, whether it's t-shirts, hoodies, caps, socks, whatever it is, I can make it happen for you. If I don't know, I'll figure it out and hold you down. Also, I provide audio visuals for big corporate events, so y'all need projector screens, even private events, like maybe your backyard or just want to do something great, cool and off the chain. Projector screens, need some sounds, the whole 9. I got y'all covered. We're gonna make that happen. So this is that about trade. So scan the QR code, not right now, but right now. And also, if you can't scan the QR code, it's cool. It is all right. Go to smoothproductions.com, but once again, Smoooth with 3 O's for all of your bookings for Smoooth Productions. Then, of course, you have Smoooth Conversations, where conversations are always smooth. 2 years, y'all, been going strong. The very first show I had was with the amazing producer, actor, comedian, Guy Torrey, and ever since then, this show has truly been a blessing. It's all about just getting these stories told. We never know what someone has gone through. We see what they're doing on TV, on social media, maybe on the radio, on stages, but we never get their story behind it. And that's what this show is all about. So make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. Right now on YouTube, Smoooth Conversations. Once again, Smoooth with 3 O's. And then also, every Thursday, usually at 6 p.m. tonight, you're doing 7 p.m. prime time hours, but usually 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, whether it's live or a pre-record. Check out the show on beatdistrictradio.com or by downloading the app. So shouts out to my District Radio family. Been doing amazing things for the station. We have so many great shows on the station. Earlier before my show, usually from 4 to 6, you have Rhythm and Flow. Shouts out to JD the DJ, my boy. His fam was telling me, hey, you make sure that you shout out my family, hey, you already know, he holds me down, I hold him down. But we have comedy shows. We have so many great shows on the district. So if you haven't checked it out, do that right now. BeatDistrictRadio.com. Also, make sure y'all see why we are the district family. As I said before, we have a lot of live shows, amazing DJs like myself, amazing podcasts. We have teen radio shows. We pretty much have something for everyone. So once you can go to beatdistrictradio.com, your station, your voice, your family. District, baby. And then last but not least, if you want to become a sponsor of one of the many shows we have on Beat District Radio, scan the QR code or shoot us an email, info@beatdistrictradio.com. As you see on the screen, we have so many different sponsorship tiers. So just for instance, let's say you have a clothes business or a car business, and I can be like, Smoooth Conversations is brought to you by Boom. You'll see your logo. You may see a video of your business. Some way, somehow, your business will be on the district, and we'll make sure that everyone in the world knows it, because this show isn't just broadcasting in a certain area. This all around the world. So it could be someone in Japan, Korea, Africa, you name it. You know, there's Zimbabwe, everywhere, and they can listen right now to the district. So that's pretty much everything in regards to Smoooth Productions and Beat District Radio. But now, the time is here. The moment has arrived. I mentioned in the promo that he is a proud father. He is, of course, a proud son, a proud husband. And this man I've known for, I want to say, about maybe 6 years or so now. A lot of things that has happened since over the last 6 years. Something special that we both want to share that happened back in 2023 that has changed our lives forever for the better. And look forward to talking about that. But this man also, which I will say later on, we'll bring it up in conversation. But we all go through things in life. And it's therapeutic. It feels good to be able to just let some things out. And that's what this show is all about. So I need one right now to go ahead and hit them likes, get them shares going. You can also leave comments. I'm seeing some right now, so let's see what they saying. Shout out to my guy, Jonathan McDaniel. It's a very nice graphics. Thank you very much. Shouts out to one of the founders of Beat District Radio, Kalanda KKK. What's happening? Shouts out to you. But once again, everyone right now, go ahead and hit the like, hit them shares. Let's get even more people tuned in, because the show is even better when you are leaving comments and you can interact with myself or the special guest. Once again, I said he's a father. He is a wonderful son. He's a husband. He a chef. He drives big wheels, and he got other things that I'm gonna bring out later on. But also, what also makes this so special is that he is my little bro. And I'm looking forward to this conversation with one, the only, James Cotton Jr. Bro. What's happening, man?
What's going on,
Yes,
man?
sir. I'm in H-Town, baby.
Hey, man. Welcome to the H. Welcome to Houston, baby. You know, St. Louis in the house. Man, I'm just honored, man. Honored to be here to chop up with my brother. And just to have a smooth conversation, man. You know, let the people, this inspires people, motivates people, and just let people know, you know, what's really going on. Just out here in this world, in our lives, your life. So I'm just looking forward to this conversation, brother.
Yeah, man. When you told me that, you know, you were available, you know, well, of course, us being in Houston, the reason why we have family here, of course, my bro, shout out to my sis, Elena, but also tomorrow we're celebrating a birthday for Auntie Joyce. So a lot of the fam, we outside, you know, so we're gonna be outside, we're gonna be out here in the dirty South in H-Town holding things down. So that's why we out here. So looking forward to this time, man. But I do want to start off by saying, because I've heard the stories from your sis. We'll get to her, of course, later on. Shouts out to you, wifey, and shouts out
What
to
up, sis?
my parents in love, who's in the other room, along with
Hey.
baby girl and the wifey watching right now. But being here in Houston, for me, just talk about the reason that you wanted to move out here to H-Town and how much that has changed your life since moving out here.
Man, me moving to Houston was probably one of the biggest decisions I've made in my life. I was in St. Louis and things weren't going too well for me. I was going through a lot. I actually was, you know, how you homeless, but you really not homeless, but you homeless. So me coming to Houston was like I needed to hit the regenerator or like a refresh button. It was like a reset. And I actually bought not a plane ticket, sorry, a bus ticket. Which you ever took the Greyhound?
Yeah.
Which, you know, you start off on the train, but it's bus, train, it's a lot. And that was my first time ever doing it. So it was a lot for me to come down here. But what motivated me was that my job made a transfer. The transfer didn't even go through. So I technically moved out here thinking I had a job already and didn't. But you know how God operates, and I was able to actually get a job, same company anyway, because they needed help. But it wound up being far from where I was at. And when I moved out here with nothing. I didn't have anything but clothes. I had no vehicle. Shout out to my auntie whose birthday we were celebrating. So much love to her for allowing me to come into her home and looking out for me when I moved out here, man. I wasn't expecting the heat, man. That was the first thing I got off that bus, man. The heat. I mean, it was literally people like passing out at the McDonald's I was at, man, because it was so hot. Because I moved out here like beginning of August. People were literally passed out, and man, it was crazy. You know, just moving to a different city and being downtown and seeing, because Houston is, I don't think, if you've never been to Houston, I don't think people realize how big Houston is.
Yes, it is. It is.
It was definitely an adventure, but I felt something calling me to Houston, and lo and behold, me coming to Houston wound up being one of the best decisions I feel like I ever made for me myself, and I believe God had orchestrated and put his hands all over it, because from where I was at that point to where God has brought me to today is night and day. It's a totally different person.
And I'm glad that you brought that up, because stepping out on faith, it's easy to say it, easy to preach it, but it's a whole other thing to go ahead and do it.
Man.
And like you said, you went on a hop on a Greyhound or, you know, whatever, and then no job, no anything. And it just like, Lord, I'm here. And I'm glad that you brought it up, because it's reminding me of what I'm going through right now in regards to, you know, back in February, you know, a job of 15 years, said we move in a different direction. So like I tell my wife, you know, like I'm in this new era in my life where, yes, I've had this show, which is a blessing, and having so many, you know, inspiring guests that I've had on the show and leaving messages. But now it's like, well, I can't keep talking about it. I'm not living in that era where I'm letting go and letting God.
Amen.
You know, and then I've been blessed last few months, you know, new truck, the truck that I've always wanted, you know what I'm saying? And now, back then, I wasn't in rooms that, you know what I'm saying, I could be in if I had a 9 to 5 at the time, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm in certain rooms that I'm in, and I'm getting even more and more opportunities to do more things, especially with Smoooth Productions. I need y'all to scan the QR code top right, and let's collab, let's do some business. But it's allowing me to do more things that I know I couldn't have done. Yeah. So going back to, for you, the meaning of just stepping out on faith and letting God use you, not knowing where you're going to go, where he's going to lead you to, but let's talk about how important that is for you.
Man, it's so important, because stepping out on faith, it's not easy. like a lot of us, we hear the story about how Peter asked Jesus, if it's you, Lord, allow me to get out of the boat. And we say, and we always, I think, preach about how much faith and courage it took for Peter to step out onto the boat. I think the thing I look at it is that stepping out of the boat, to me, when Jesus says come, would have been the hardest part. But the hardest part was literally accepting the fact that I'm walking on the water.
That part.
And the fact that while walking on this water, I believe it was a storm, right?
Right.
And he started focusing on everything else going around him, that he began to sing, right?
The first moment that he had doubt,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you going down.
Yeah, because I mean, when I came out here, it's so much happening in Houston. Houston's a huge city compared to where I'm in St. Louis. And St. Louis is a great city. Shout out to St. Louis, but Houston is it's like night and day. It's so different. And coming out here with so much going on around me, it was easy for me to get swapped up into the wrong things. But whenever I got in trouble, Jesus I called on him, and it's like he literally pulled me out of my trouble, just like he did with Peter. And that's where anyone, like walking out on faith in any situation, when you walk into the unknown, or as we like to call it, into the deep, there's going to be you in the way. And a lot of us are in our own way.
Right.
We stand in our own way with our own thoughts of what we can do in our own form and capabilities,
Right.
But at the same time, if we focus and lean in on what God's saying, and you can hear like God pulling you somewhere that you're not comfortable, and the more God pulls you somewhere that you're not comfortable, then you know God's hands on it. Because God wants you to get uncomfortable. Because the more uncomfortable you get, the more you find comfort in him.
Right.
So my faith has grown tremendously. I think I had strong faith while I was in St. Louis, but in Houston, my faith 10 times.
And then just as you were saying that about how it was St. Louis and how it is different here, I think just from what I'm getting is that you were so reliant on, you had an anchor.
Oh yeah.
Your parents. You had your sis who, you were living with, for a certain period of time. So you always had like that support behind you. Like, okay, well, if I fall backwards, I know that somebody is gonna catch me.
Oh, for sure.
But like you said, now you're going out to H-Town, you fall backwards, you're gonna actually feel.
Oh, you feel it. You feeling it.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel it. So that's a great message. And that's gonna be important for a lot of people who are questioning things in life is we can't keep on saying this about go to God or, God, please help me, when he's actually already has his hand out.
Yeah, he does.
But he's like, well, if you trust me, how come you don't put me to the test?
Yeah, that's true.
And I remember that it was a stretch where I just feel like a lot of things were just going on with my life, you know what I'm saying? And the job part, I was happy, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, oh, I'm messed up, I'm sad, this is the end of life. No, I knew, okay, there was a message for me to go ahead and move forward with Smoooth Productions. And also, with that being said, just shout out to my wife, because she could easily been like, oh no, you better go ahead and find you a 9-to-5, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
But she knows that I'm someone who is a go-getter in regards to making things happen. She know I had Smoooth Productions already as well. Right. So she's been like that main #1 supporter to be like, it's gonna be okay. There's gonna be the other doors opening now.
Man, that's dope.
So that confidence alone lets me know, them affirmations, you know what I'm saying? That lets me know, okay, I'm doing the right thing. That I'm hearing people from church saying, oh, well, that just means that you about to have like an abundance of blessings just all of a sudden start coming your way. So it feels good to be, to hear that and feel that. And I mean, no lie, there's times where I see things on social media or on TV or see some certain peers doing amazing things, doing what they want to do, and you see them the success, you be like, man, when my time gonna come? But at the same token, it's like, well, what am I doing to make sure I put myself in that position.
For sure.
You know, so that's huge. We do have some comments here. Someone you may know.
Hey, what up, man? Yam. Timothy Taylor, my boy, man. Shout out to Tim. That's my brother from another mother, man. Nah, ain't me no baby, nah, man. It's just me. I had to spruce up, but you know, every now and again I get a little. But nah, man. But shout out to Tim. That's my bro. Shout out to Nez as well, man, from the Show Me Facts podcast, man. Them my guys. Man, me and Tim actually, he moved out here a few months after I did. So when we were talking about having an act, man, we was there for each other so much. And we've been there for each other in St. Louis even so much. So here it just made us click clap. But that's my bro for life, man. I love him. Man, he family. You already know. So.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to be on Show Me Facts about a month ago. Was able to be the moderator between you and him, and it was a great show. Look forward to being back on there down the line, and y'all being on the platform Sports Talk Show Network again. So definitely was great, great dude, and once again look forward to collaborating more. He says Mud Brothers for life.
Mud Brother already, man. You know how we do. We got it out the mud, man. We really came from a lot of struggle. And he knows, because we moved, like I said, within a month from each other. And shout out to my wife, too. She moved out here, and she was a support system, a great friend, and to me, real support. And, you know, like you said, you don't have as much support leaving somewhere where I got my mom, my sister, aunties, everywhere else. I just had, like, my one auntie here and my cousins, but it's not as many as I did in St. Louis. But man, family definitely came through, and then I have my extended family, my brother Tim, and then my wife and her family, because a lot of family live here. So man, it's just been a blessing, man. I've been very blessed. That's how I know God's hand's been all over.
Then someone I think that we both may know pretty well.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my sister mom, man. She raised me too, man. Man, I love you, Jamie. You know. Man, we went through so much, and the love that she gives me, I'm so proud of her. Miss NAACP is what I call her.
Say it again.
NAACP is what I call her. You know what I mean?
Say it one more time.
Mrs. NAACP Saunders in the house. I see you. I see you. That's my big sis. I'm so proud of her, man. I'm so proud of her. I love her so much. I mean, she's always been an amazing person. She's always looked out for me. Like I said, she's man, look. That's why I'm used to talking about how she supports you. I know, because she's been my number one fan. No matter what. She's always rooting for me, always showing support. She's always available for me if I need to talk to her about anything, whatever's going on, man. That's why I say that's like, she's my sister mom, and I love her so much.
And I'm saying it now on Smoooth Conversations in front of the world. When that first big check come to Smoooth Productions, wifey, get ready. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Get ready, man. Hey, like I said, get ready. We got to get in a place or in a season in our lives where we stop thinking it out. We start thinking faith. Where we're saying, God, I'm expecting exceedingly abundantly above all. Like whatever God's word says, we have to be in expectation of it and stop acting as if it's just words. No, this is truth. He says, I am the truth, the way, and the life. So if he's first in your life and he's pulling you to something, it's coming. In Jesus' name, it's already there. Like we got to start really speaking in faith and claiming that we know. Abraham, when he went to go sacrifice his son, right, and he was called up there, he knew they were coming back, because in the words he said, we'll be back, right? So we have to talk in expectation, like we getting to it, man. The podcast, when it comes to the DJing, when it comes to whatever we put our handprints on, it's not just my handprint on it. Since I have an anointing in my life, guess what? God's handprint on it. Everything I do, God's handprint is on it. He gonna get the glory, because he know we gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let you know off the rip. If it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, where would I be? So I'm going to let you off the rip. It ain't nothing special about me, but there's so much special about the God that I serve that, man, whatever I touch, right, Man, it shall be blessed in Jesus' name.
So we have another fam in the building saying each time that's Arian. Shouts out to you.
Hey, Ariane!
What up, fam? We'll be seeing you and the little one very soon. Look forward to it.
Man, shout out to her. Beautiful baby boy, man. Shout out to your husband, Brandon. That's a beautiful baby boy. He finna be tall. That boy finna be a giant. He already did. Man, that's fam. She was there for me when I first came out here. Her mom, man, much love and support. I remember she took us to get our first rental car. Remember, we ain't had no rental. We was down bad. We was down bad. So you took us to get the rental car. Man, she's amazing. Showed me around Houston because we didn't know where we was going. So shout out to my Houston family, man. I love here in H-Town. I ain't going nowhere. Houston got it. Man, this is where I'm supposed to be. I believe God set me here on this soil for a reason. So, man, it's been dope.
She says much love. Had an amazing wedding reception. What's it been about 2 years now? Man, time has gone by.
Yeah, that was
Arian,
yeah, 2 years.
Let us know in the chat. But I want to say it's been about 2 years.
2024, I believe.
Yeah.
That was 2024. Yeah, 2 years. So shout out to y'all, man. Maybe this would be the second year, yeah.
And Brandon, you a good one because
bro.
you getting married on Super Bowl Sunday.
Man,
that was bold.
Boy, man, shout out to you, my boy. Cause we was all questioning.
Man,
we was done.
When? What?
Yeah.
Say it again. She said yes, 2 years.
2 years, yeah. 2 years, yeah. Yeah, man, yeah. Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
It was tough, but when it come down to family, and that's just the type of family we are. And I love us for that. We gonna show up and we gonna show out for one another, and that's what makes it such an honor to be a part of the family that I am. And we're just adding people, and man, for my big bro, man, I was like, bro, you finna do a podcast. This man has motivated me to do a podcast and to step into a podcasting space and to do so much more with music and everything else. And man, that man is truly the jack of all trades. I'm gonna call big bro every time and be like, man, look. Cause I don't know what I'm doing, and he always come through. So man, shout out to you, bro, as well. So it's dope to have a brother, cause I had to grow up without like having a brother, but now I got a brother, and it's dope because I could call and be like, bro, I get on your nerves now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, I'm trying to figure this out, I'm trying to figure that out, and I know, man, y'all always gonna be there for me. So man, it's much love.
And Arian, she says, Brandon said, get him on the podcast. What made that happen?
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. But going back, you just said about just having a brother, man. So let's take it all the way back to, about 6.5 years ago. So, and you got word about your sis dating me. What was your initial reaction when you started hearing, the rumblings of, this could be potentially serious? What were your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, I was happy for her, but I was also, I had to put on that big bro. Even though I'm little bro, I'm still big though, I'm heavy though, So I'm like, I got you, making sure she's good, because I love my sister dearly. And man, I'm so happy now that I have hindsight, like, y'all are meant to be together. Y'all energies match. Y'all sync perfectly. Y'all personalities sync. Like this in our trip when we went to Vegas and everything that we've done on some couple type time. I'm just like, man, they got a dope relationship. I love y'all the way y'all love on each other and support one another. So hindsight, but at first, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was just kind of like, who he is, man? Who buddy he is,
Yeah, because I think that was like the biggest thing everyone that she knows was saying too was, okay, from what I understand is that people didn't really know until, okay, if you saw her out with someone a lot, you knew it was serious, you know? And when people start seeing me be around more than just a week or a month or more than 2 months, it's like, okay, well, wait a minute, And then I'll never forget when we went to Sharon and Nelson's Halloween party. Well, the whole crew's Halloween party, but it was at Sharon and Nelson's house, old house at the time, and that was like her first time really introducing me to her peoples. You know what I'm saying? So that's when everyone else was like, okay, well, this has to be real, because she don't never bring.
Nah, she don't do plus ones, man. Unless it's for real, unless you know it's real. She definitely don't do a lot of plus ones. And a lot of people just don't play behind Jamie, man, because she a real one. So a lot of people ain't gonna play behind her. But whenever she lets someone in, she has such good energy, man. So everybody just wants to be protective of her. But man, shout out to Nelson, man, my high school classmate. Oh, hey, what's up, man? What's going down, man? I believe that's Maya. Okay, I'm about to say, I believe that's Maya. Yeah,
Said,
man. Howdy. That's how you talk in Texas. She had to hit you with that Texas howdy. Man, shout out Maya, man. Love you. That's my big cuz, man. Man, she took me to my first time to Whataburger. You remember that? The first Whataburger I ever had, man, was sponsored by Maya, man. So
Sponsored by.
For my first Houston experience with Whataburger was sponsored by Maya, and it was good. It was delicious. But yeah, man, she really was there for me, looked out for me. Her mom, man, I can't thank my Auntie Joyce enough. I'm so looking forward to celebrating you and your 80th birthday. Man, we love you. You did it big for me. You stepped behind me. You stood by me. You supported me, looked out for me. And man, without your support, I don't know where I would be. So man, love you, TT, and happy early birthday. And we can't wait to turn up with you tomorrow.
Yeah, and just going back to the whole brothers thing, even to this moment, it still like hits me that, and I've been blessed to have amazing people in my life. My best friends who I call bros as well, Jonathan, Miko, Eddie, we've been friends since grade school, since we was like as tall as this chair, and never had an argument, never had any issues, saying those are my bros for life. But they have an actual brother, it still hits me to this day, like, man, I actually have a brother and a sister. So shouts out to you, Elena. We'll be seeing you at the show. Outside the door, we'll be seeing you. But it still hits me like, man, I actually have, a brother, or with, pops and moms. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like having that other side. And I always tell people this too, but that's what really attracted me even more to Jamie. It was just seeing the love that the family had.
Oh, yeah.
Because it brought me back to when I was younger, and we always had family gatherings, going to, my late Aunt Carol's house for Christmas time, and going to this house for Thanksgiving, going to this house for whatever, that big family feel. And so getting to this family, it was truly a blessing, and I knew one of the things that it was meant to be. Oh, yeah. Just seeing the love. You know what I'm saying? Everyone just have their back. Everyone's coming to St. Louis. We kicking it. Everyone going to H-Town, or we going to Galveston. Wherever it is, we going to link up and we going to have a great time.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I think that also got me with my life. Like, shout out to Ernest, that's little bro. And just have her family, because here in Houston, and have I can't go to my mom and them house. I can't, but her mom. Shout out to my mother in love. Shout out to my pops in love, pops in law. Man, just being able to go to their crib and spend that time and have family, man. That's dope, because I don't get to have that unless I'm flying home. You know what I'm saying? I don't, in Houston, during the holidays, to have that family structure, like, are we going to your people's house? So I understand exactly where you're coming from with that family feel.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So let's continue on, man. I got, some stuff throughout the whole show, everyone. If y'all don't know about Smoooth Conversations, I'm all about bringing up great moments, great memories, and even like nostalgia. Because especially in the world that we're living in now, it makes you just miss certain things when you were younger. So speaking of younger, man, why don't you talk about, in a broad way that you can, thinking about your childhood?
My childhood. No, how you do me like that? Man, that's a little fellow though. And shout out to James Winfrey, because I see you. Man, my childhood was dope. I can't even front. I think we all have something from my childhood where it's like, But for me, I had a lot of the people around me, you know. I remember going to Granny house, man, me, my sister Jamie, Mark.
She always talk about Walnut Park.
Man, Walnut Park. Summers was lit. Take the fire hydrant. We outside, man. Shout out to Jimmy. And shout out to Marsha. Man, everybody was there. Everybody was at Granny house. Goo. Man, everybody. Baby Allen. Andy. Everybody, man. Everybody. Like Granny house. If you knew Granny door gonna be unlocked, come on in. We kicking it. It's going down. Justin, everybody, man, just the family. So my child was dope. I really had a lot of structure. You know, my parents were amazing. My mom, she always supported me. She always listened to me. She always invested her time into me. Like, it wasn't a time where I could be under my mama. So I was definitely a mama's boy. And my dad taught me how to work for sure. 'Cause if you know anything about my pops, he gonna put you to work. So I think I owe him a lot for my work ethic, a lot for my education on just finances.
Wait a minute. Who that is?
Hey, what's up, beautiful? That's my gorgeous wife, the beautiful, the amazing, the one and only, the love of my life, Mrs. Elena Cotton.
What up, sis?
What's up, baby? Love you. But yeah, man, my family was dope. Just being able to grow up, and my dad instilled a lot into me, and he instilled a lot of discipline in me as well. To be respectful of other people, to respect people, and it's got me so much farther in life. A lot of people don't realize you get a lot farther in life by being respectful. Just by respecting people, you'll get so much farther in life, you know? And he taught me that, because my dad wasn't tolerating no disrespect, okay? And not just, like, definitely not respecting him, but even other people.
Right.
He didn't play about it. So, man, shout out to my dad, my mom, my sister, Granny, man, Lord rest her soul. Yeah, my dad was there. He influenced all of us, man. Tim, AJ, all of us, man. He was that daddy we know, man. Like, look, they be like, man, don't mess with James' daddy, bro. James pops, look, yeah, he taught us all. So, oh, man. Woo-wee. I was a little chunky on that one, man. All right. I was eating good, Mom. Cooked up. I was eating good in that photo. But yeah, man, I had an amazing childhood. And the most important thing my parents did more than anything was introduce me to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. At a very early age, man. I remember going to Alabama, Burnt Corn, Alabama. And there was an incident at a hotel, and I fell on glass. I'll just say it. And my wrist, because you know you're trying to catch yourself. So I caught myself, my wrist got glass in, and it could have been fatal. And my parents had to drive me, because Burn Alabama Hospital, actually, we can't even help you because it's so severe. And I just remember praying. It was storming in the car, and I think that was my, I knew who the Lord was, but that was my first experience just really, like, not being uncertain. And God really came through for me. He showed me who he was at 10 years old. I was 10 when that happened. And I was bleeding out profusely. And the doctor even said he lost so much blood that, he could possibly have lost his life if it took any longer. So we had to go from Burnt Corn to Birmingham, I believe, Alabama. And that's a nice little drive just to get medical attention, to get stitches and everything. But they stitched me up, and I remember praying the whole time. And in that family experience, like, everybody was there. My sister was there, my mom, and everybody, like my dad driving in the storm, and everybody trying to keep me awake, because it was like, don't let them get too sleepy, because you don't want them to, like, pass out or anything like that. So it was crazy. But what was on that story again?
You said what?
What was I doing about again? No, man. Nah. But nah, man, just in my childhood, man, going through traumatizing experiences that really led me to a close relationship with the Lord. And just really learning myself. I think what my mom helped instill in me is that it's okay to make mistakes, but understand how to learn from them, and had a lot more grace. And my dad taught me that not only is it okay to learn from your mistakes, but I see you at Burn Crown, Alabama, man. We run deep. Shout out to the Bama, man. But woo, Burn Crown, Alabama was an experience. We had a time. Minus the injury, we had a time. But yeah, just going through that really brought my relationship closer to the Lord, and just all the things my parents poured into me, man. So I had a pretty good childhood. Montgomery. It wasn't Birmingham. We had to go to Montgomery.
We had to travel to Montgomery.
Okay.
Shout out to your mom. See you.
Man, shout out to my mama, Linda Cotton. Love you, mama. But yeah, Montgomery. I was 10. I knew we went somewhere in Alabama, but it was a drive. Like it was a straight drive, and I'm bleeding, and I'm 10 years old. So to go through that and to make it out, like after that, I couldn't help but praise God. I had no problem praising God after that.
So,
I've never had an issue praising God after that.
You talked about your father and how he was strict or making sure that you were respectful, or he made you, you had structure in your life. Do you feel the parenting that you received from your parents is what's missing nowadays in today's society?
Most certainly, especially from my perspective, it is a lot of times you need discipline, and they call it gentle parenting. And I'm cool because I feel like I'm a gentle parent, but you also have to show your kids that, man, don't play.
Right.
Because there's a time where I can be a little lenient, but there's also times where, okay, because kids naturally, just like anybody, I'm just going to blame kids, anybody, what they do is if you keep letting stuff slide, they begin to walk all over you. And you have to, at some point, put your foot down and let them know this is not acceptable. And the reason why you have to let them know this behavior is not acceptable is because if they're going to do it to you, who is their authoritative figure, they're going to do it to other authoritative figures, such as their teacher, police, and all that. And we have to teach, especially in the Black community, we have to teach our children respect will get you so much farther in life.
Right.
Even when it comes to your boss, the person educating you, the student next to you, whoever it is, we have to maintain a level of respect.
Yeah.
Because with respect, there's been so many times I can speak on where I had a past where I was pulled over by police officers, or where I was dealing with someone, and the fact that I was so respectful, I could have easily been in a situation where I may not even be here.
Exactly.
But it's the fact that I was taught how to be respectful. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. That's just a start of, right? No, thank you. Always being, positive. And it doesn't make you weak to say these things. It makes you smart, it makes you wise to give respect to others. Because usually, in most instances, when you give respect out, you receive it back.
Yeah. And society is so ready for you to just act up.
Act a fool.
Then they can find a reason to act up back. Oh, well, I vote.
Yeah.
But like you said, you get pulled over as bad as you want to be. You may have just got done listening to NWA F the police, but still,
right.
When they come to your window, have that window down, your car window, have that window down and have their hands on the wheel.
The wheel. Yeah.
Don't give them a reason.
Don't give them.
You know what I'm saying? And so many times because we have so much, and this is to our age, to younger age, especially the youth, because we just, as you've been seeing, there's so much youth filled with rage.
Yeah.
Where one thing go wrong, they just wanna
yeah.
And then that's when a life can be lost. But even during certain times, man, you just have to just breathe, hand on the steering wheel, and just say, yes, officer.
Yeah. You have to, man. And I feel like the reason you have to do that is because I was always taught that we're playing the game from behind, and it's unfortunate. It's not fair. And a lot of people that are younger feel like, why do I have to be this way? Or why does it have to be that way? And quite honestly, I can't answer that for them. But what I do know is since we do have a different set of rules that we have to abide by, then I just want to make sure I leave my children and the young men that I encounter with the skills and the mindset of survival.
And then you know what? the youth and people our age, we don't consider, I have a daughter at home. Man, I have a son at home. Or I have a wife waiting for me. I have my parents looking forward to seeing me for the holiday season. Or, my boys, we want to hang out. We don't think about that when you start having these certain reactions.
Yeah, man.
We wait until it's too late. You do something stupid. Now you in jail for 25 years. Oh, man, I just want to go to my wife. You could have if you just could have been on chill.
Yeah, man. You can't crash out. You can't crash out. And that's why I tell people, as much as you want to crash out, you just can't crash out. Because the moment you crash out, and a lot of times what happens is if we take some spiritual context, a lot of times we know that we're fighting the enemy, period. Because he knows that the only way he can get to you, right, is sometimes by putting people and things in your way to make you crash out. But also, you have to know where to go to crash out. Take your crash out to God. A lot of us don't, but Job did it. Job took his crash out to God. He said, man, here I am. I'm this and that. And then God said, well, who are you to question me, right? But he still took his crash out to the right place, right? And when you go through whatever season you're going through, my best advice to anyone is first give it to God. And secondly, have the right support group around you.
And to add on, because remember how I was talking about earlier, how I was going through a stretch where I feel like everything bad was happening. And so the first thing that you usually want to say is, man, the devil is hating. The devil sees some great things about to come, and he's just doing all this, doing all that. But then I started thinking about it too. Like, well, why are we always blaming the devil for certain bad things going on where it could be a test from
God?
Like, okay, well, you can keep saying that you want to be out here and do this and that. Let me see how you handle this adversity. Let me see how you handle this situation.
Yeah, well, certainly. I mean, because you have to look at, even in Job's instance with Job, the devil had to get what? Permission. He had to literally get God's permission to go after Job, right? And God gave him the permission to do. So after me reading that in the text, and there's also other texts where, like with King Ahab, where, there's been permission granted for demonic influence to do something, right? So after hearing that, what you have to put in perspective is what I'm going through, God allowed it. So if God allowed it, that means he's going to see me through it, and I'm going to get an allotment for it. Meaning everything that I feel like I'm regaining. When I came here, I mentioned how I had nothing.
Right.
Like absolutely nothing. I didn't have a car. I didn't have my own home. I stayed with family. When I did get a place to stay, man, this is crazy. So I got a place to stay. I didn't have a car. I still walked to work. When I came here, I had to catch two buses, and walk almost a mile to get to work after catching two buses. That's how big Houston is, which is crazy. I also had situations where I literally could not afford my rent. Like literally, like going through what I had to get through. And from that version of me to the version I am now, what God was teaching me is I'm so on it with certain things now because of what I experienced back then. I'm like in a different mindset of not having crash out seasons now, because I know every crash out season I had cost me so much. So it was a lot for me to really get through and wrap my mind around, but everything God brought me through in those seasons of little prepared me for my season of many.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it goes back to Joseph, where they had to go through the 7 years of famine, and the preparation of those 7 years of famine prepared him, right, for the 7 years of plenty. So a lot of times when we're going where we think it's a lack, it's just God preparing us for that next season where it's going to be in abundance.
So as you were going through that stretch of walking miles and doing what you got to do, how tempting was it for you to just be like, Mom, Dad, okay, you know what? I'm out here. This ain't what I thought it would be. I'm tempted to come back home. Like, did that ever come to your mind? Or you just like, just stay steadfast?
Probably when I was like going through not being able to pay rent, yeah.
Mama!
Yeah, that, like walking to work, that ain't nothing. That's just a little walk, you know. That's just a little walk. It's a little walk. But yeah, not being able to pay the rent or facing eviction courts and things like that, that part makes you be like, yeah, I gotta go home. But then, I honestly, that's how I know it was God. Because I mean, look, I was moving back home at least a handful of times. I definitely was like, yeah, I gotta go ahead, pack it up, and go back home. But the more I thought and just sat in it, the more I just knew this is how I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And like I can't even explain to somebody how I knew. Because sometimes we look for explanations and God is doing his delegation.
Right.
We're looking for a reason,
right,
and God is literally stationed you somewhere. Just like Jonah. Jonah looking for explanation not to go to Nineveh, right, and got swallowed up and still ended up in Nineveh, right? So at the end of the day, where God wants you to be, you either are going to get there willingly or you find yourself there by his will and his power. So I just know this is where I'm supposed to be. My family's here. I have children here now. I have a marriage here now. I knew this was where I was supposed to be, and I've influenced a lot, I think, of young brothers and men around me, and just having stronger faith for God and just being in touch with themselves and knowing that it's cool to have a relationship. You know, with God, you can still be fly, you can still be cool, you can still use slang. God's not here to change your complete identity of what you think. God's here to give you the identity he created you to have.
How hard was it for you to persuade Elena to move out here?
Oh, no, Elena was already out here. So she already moved out here. So it was no persuasion. She was already here in Houston. We actually didn't link till like later on.
Gotcha.
I knew she was here in Houston, but we didn't like link up to like later down the line. Okay. So there was no convincing. She was already
that's right, because y'all knew each other already from back in the day, excuse me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know my wife since middle school.
So then you get out here to Houston, you like, hey! In a small world.
Yeah. And I mean, we've always been in contact because she's my best friend. I'm my wife since 7th grade. She was actually in the 8th grade, so she's older than me. And I was in the 7th grade. And the way we met, man, you want to hear this, y'all? So the way we met is wild. But God betted me some money to actually lick her toe. So watch what your kids are doing in middle school.
Wow.
But anyway, I took the bet and she let me do it. That's how I know she liked me. And we've been tight ever since. We had classes together. We've been tight ever since. That's my best friend. That's the homie. Man, shout out to you, babe. We love you, man. You've been my best friend. You've been ride or die for me since we was kids. We, you know, what we gonna do, man? Right, man. It's wild. It's wild, but that's how I go, man. Yeah, he did, unbeknownst to us, because we definitely, you know, but it's true, babe. I gotta tell the truth. He said it's a smooth conversation with 3 O's. We gotta be truthful, and that's how it happened. We got the rapping, and that's how it happened. That's there in my life, you know. So
all I'm thinking about was wood, you know.
Oh yeah,
you know the bet, you know. But hey, we here once again, smooth conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. We in H-Town, what's up, H-Town peoples? We here.
H-Town, what go down?
So continue to take it back, man. Talk about this photo right here, man.
Ah man, yeah, I was in deep into football. Man, I really love playing football. That was my thing. That's why I just love sports, period. Basketball, football, baseball, I just was terrible at it. Football was my sport I was really, really good at. I wish I'd have kept going because a lot of them guys, man, they went to the state. Shout out to AJ, man. See, he ain't in the picture. Shout out to you, AJ. He ain't in the picture because he was already playing varsity while we was, you know what I'm saying, still playing JV and all that. He was already on the varsity squad. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, I played. I was actually pretty good too, man. I was like really good. I just started working too early. So anybody that's young watching this, man, go after your dreams. Don't go after money. Always go after your dream. Never money. I went for the money. If I stopped playing football and it was really to be a summer job, I got it used to having the money, and I said, look, summer job turned into this my job.
Yeah.
And I worked actually from my sophomore year, from that year all the way into the rest of my life. So yeah, definitely chase your dreams. Chase dreams, guys. Don't always chase the money. That's one lesson I had to learn early on in life. Chase your dreams, not money.
So talk about where you were in life with this photo right here.
Man, fake it till you make it, baby. That was the fake it till you make it. I don't even got them bottles empty. Ain't none of them full. So yeah, that was the fake it till you make it. I don't even think I bought them bottles, man. That was, definitely the fake it till you make it.
Number one
man.
son.
Yeah, man. That was I did look. But nah, it was the beach house, man. We had a great time, man. That was the family. We was chilling. I was skinny, man. Golly, to be young again. I was Slim Jim. Yes, sir. That's when I had to walk to go to work. I might need to start walking them miles to get to work now. And I might get back to the slim, trim version of who I was, man.
And just to add on, you had this one.
Yeah, that was Buff Man.
Incredible Hulk right there.
Yeah, man. I thought I was doing something, man. Yes, that was Galveston, man. We kicked it. We used to have a beach house. I think it was every Easter. Oh, man. We used to kick it. So at that point in my life, I was like, I was loving Houston. Looking where I'm at. I'm in shape, getting a little attention. I was looking right, So, yeah, I was loving Houston. I think I always loved Houston, but yeah, that was good times.
Just they can't tell me nothing. And then you got this post. I think every person, especially a male, you get to a certain time. You getting some things going, money good, then you get some purchases. So of course this one right here says it all.
Ah, yeah. That was when I thought I was something. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I thought I was the man, Monte Carlo, rimmed up. Yeah, man. I thought, man, that was me in St. Louis. So I was a Thundercat. I don't even know why I had that sweater on. It looked hot in the mud, but I was a Thundercat. I was a preppy Thundercat. You know what I mean? That's what the old heads would say. But yeah, that was me being what they call it now, a YN. That was my YN.
Yep,
days,
YN.
I was YN.
So James wants to know, how long have you been in Houston? What year did you move there?
I moved here in 2013, so it'll be 13 years in August. Yeah,
Ain't that crazy how time flies?
Flies, man.
Man.
I was young, so coming here, that's why it was scary, man. I was young. Really, I was like in my mid to late 20s when I moved out here. And it was somewhere completely different, completely new. You right, Jamie, I was feeling myself. But yeah, it was somewhere completely different, completely new. But like I said, I just know it was destiny. I mean, since I've been here, it's just everything's been working out in my favor. So this is just where I was supposed to be. But there's times where I did, like, maybe I should be back home. It's times where you still have those thoughts like, man, how much more can I do back home? How much more impact can I have back home? Because a lot of the visions, what I have visions for, work back home. And who's to say? Because my God is, man, look, God created planes for a reason. So who's to say the vision can't be in Houston? Who's to say the vision can't be in St. Louis, Seattle, LA, Florida, wherever God wants you to be? But for right now, I know Houston is home for sure.
H-Town is it.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So this is a portion where I would like to talk about the women in your life. So I know briefly you have mentioned some things about her, but let's talk about her even more, and your mom. And of course this photo, but just your mom and our moms.
Man, first, look at that, man. Look at the locks that ain't even there yet, boy. Look at that. Boy, nah, I came a long way with those, man. But yeah, to my mother, man, I love you, mama. You always supported me. You always been there for me through the ups and downs, my good seasons and bad seasons. I was still your baby. And man, she just always been supportive. Everybody loved hanging with Miss Cotton. She was the mom that was gonna take us basketball practice, football practice, drop us at the mall, take us to the dirt dance, take us wherever we needed to go. My mom was that mom. She was that mom that was gonna make sure we got there and pick us up when, you know, we'd be like, man, who going to you? But how y'all gonna get back? And sometimes she be like, I drop out now. Your mom be like, how you gonna get back? Be like, mama, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know how we gonna get back. She be like, all right, well, just call me, and if you ain't got no other ride, I'll come get you. So, yeah, so shout out to my mother, and just what she instilled in me to be a man, the love, and just teaching me how to be okay with being open, to say what I need to say. Because if you know my mom, she gonna say what she need to say, and that's where I think I got that from. Where if I got something to say for real, I'm gonna say it.
You gonna say it?
I'm gonna let it out. So shout out to moms for that.
And I will add on that since day one that she met me, it's always just been love.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? She never had like a certain look like. Cause you know,
Mom,
and mom, you know, we love you, but we know, we know if something don't sit quite right, don't look quite right,
she gonna say
she gonna have a look, or she gonna say something and whatever. But ever since day one, for me, you know what I'm saying, she's welcomed me in.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying, since day one, and it felt like I've known her for years. You know, it feel like to me she can't do no wrong.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So she's been the perfect mother. You know, I don't even like saying mother-in-law. I just love saying mother-in-law. Same thing with pops. You know what I'm saying? Just been an amazing mother figure.
Oh yeah, man. She's full of love, energy, like just easiest person to talk to. She's gonna be real supportive. If you tell her something, she's gonna be real supportive, understanding. I just, you know, look, I tell her myself when I was a kid, because she was so easy to talk to. I'd be like, hold on, mama, I ain't supposed to tell you, now I'm in trouble again. Yeah, she had a way, you know, so, man, shout out to my mother, she just, man, she awesome. Like, I truly can say I got a great mom. I love her. I can truly say that. I really have a dope mom.
Let's talk about this woman right there.
Man, my goodness, boy, my headache, my love, and my pain and joy all in one. Nah, that's a big sis, man. Love you, man. We just funny, man. We are like one of the funniest brother sister. Just our relationship, you know, like we gonna laugh.
Yeah.
If me and Jamie together, you know this. If me and Jamie together, we gonna have a time. I don't go wrong yet. We gonna create a time, and you know, the energy and the love that we got for one another, the support. Like, that's my sis. I'm so proud of her. I love her. She always been there for me, protected me, took care of me, nurtured me. She whooped me. No, with a hot cone.
Hey,
I'm telling you, with a hot cone.
I was gonna say, man, she has told me a story or a few that it was time she was ready just in your life because you got on her nerves. So
oh yeah, I'm an annoying little brother.
I want to say, like, it was one time she came home and the house was smelling like weed. And,
oh yeah,
she said,
I didn't know we was talking about that. So we gonna be that real? Look, shoot, I was smoking, selling all the time. Boy, that house, boy, girl, when you was out of town, that was the weed house. You just didn't know yet. Now I can say it now, but shout out to her, man. I was a bad look. God took a hold. That's why I had to get out of St. Louis.
it's time to go.
I was wilding, but yeah, I definitely took advantage. That's where it comes from now. I definitely took advantage. And that was just minor stuff. Like, no, that was the major stuff. Minor stuff, like not taking out trash, forgetting to do chores, duties. What else I did? Man, it's so much.
Said so much.
Man, sorry. My bad.
He says, best brother, worst roommate.
Facts. Yeah, I wouldn't even, I don't know. I'm better now because I cook.
And yes, I would say
pay
that too.
bills.
Because you always say he couldn't even make hot dogs or whatever back in the day. But now he out here in Houston, he a chef getting paid by companies. By, you know, the first time I was out here in Houston, we all went to you know, the
Oh,
golf,
yeah, the golf
spot
course,
that
the
you used to
club
work
house.
at.
Yeah. Had
And
that
people,
breakfast.
when I say I never had chicken wings with pancake batter,
Yeah. Yep.
I haven't had it since. And while we're here, you got to make that happen at least one time while I'm here. But this dude here made the best chicken. I mean, seasoned to perfection, and with that pancake batter, it was just amazing. But just from the person that she was saying you were, couldn't even make your own hot dog or cereal from what she's saying, to now you over here.
Man, you know, she dramatic, man. That's cap. I've been cooking since I was a little boy, so. But what she said was, I ain't burned hot dogs on a barbecue grill for one of her parties. That's what she talking about. But no, I definitely could cook. I mean, man, look, my mama didn't like to cook, and she taught me how to cook a tad bit. And then shout out to Auntie Sandra. She also showed me a lot in cooking. And look, I've been cooking for a long time. Like, you know, I was a kid, literally. So I've been cooking, but once again, that comes with evolution, evolving as a person. And then I worked so many kitchen jobs and moved up to a chef, and I learned from everyone. That's a wonderful thing about my personality. I have the ability to learn from anybody. If you show me, if I see you do it quite a few times, it's like I'm gonna store that data in my head, hold on to it, and then take off it.
Yeah.
So,
and I love it. Gotta talk about this woman right here.
Man, my baby. Yes, the love of my life, my beautiful wife, gorgeous, beautiful, intelligent, kind, funny. What else nice can I say about you, babe? Because you just simply amazing, man. To just wrap it all up, you're amazing to me. My support system, I mean, we just like any relationship, any marriage, man, you go through what you go through, but I don't want to go through with anybody else other than you.
That's what's up, man. Love it. Once again, shouts out to sis with the photos.
Man, that's her with my baby. And boy, that was a time, but she's still looking beautiful. Man, I just love her. She's so supportive, understanding. That's my best, like that's literally my best friend. Like we sit up and talk, like we could talk forever, just me and her. Like we always just been close. We always had a great bond that goes beyond where, like, I might not talk to her for years, and we could pick up the phone and talk
It'd be
we
like,
never left
exactly.
I can tell her anything, and even though she really do probably judge me, she don't show me that she judging me. It seems like she's my safe space. I can tell her whatever, what I'm going through, be vulnerable, be open, without feeling like, man, I shouldn't have said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can really talk to her.
You brought up earlier, middle school, then you move out here to A-Town, y'all reconnect. How did y'all reconnect? And then when did you realize, okay, you know what, maybe this just isn't about a friendship, this is about everlasting?
Well, I've been in love with her since forever. I always like loved her. But then when you friends on, you just like, I accepted it because I told her one time, I said, I just want you to be happy, and I'd rather be in your life no matter what that look like. Whatever role that look like, I would just have to be a part of your life because you're that special to me. So it didn't have to be in the form of a relationship. Like if that's just in the form of a friendship, or cool, that's cool with me, because I really just want her to make a decision that makes her the happiest. Because when you truly love somebody, you have to sacrifice your own happiness in order for their happiness, or want to see them flourish almost more than you want to see yourself flourish. So I think it was always kind of there for us. It was kind of like I was that safe space for her too. Like if she needed something or needed help with something, like she could call on me, and you know, some people gonna be like, man, now what you doing? Like I'm gonna be like, bet, I got you. And vice versa, it's like, bet, I got you. So we always had a special relationship by having one another. It grew from just that, from us always being there for each other, to us to really realize that if we gonna keep being there for each other like this,
let's do it forever.
why can't we just keep, we already been doing it for a long time. So since 7th grade. So that's a long look. I ain't even gonna say the years. I ain't finna expose everybody's age, but that's a long time to be there for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, so we got together in 2019. And I did the Josie, baby, I'm big, and I asked her.
It's cool because I sung the Tyrese Sweet Lady. You know what I'm saying?
You got to, So I had to woo her a little bit. We got together in 2019, and then got married in 2021. And our anniversary is coming up next month, and we've been married ever since, coming on 5 years. Like, and she would say 5 years, 2 kids, and a dog. That's how she said it. I ain't saying it like she is. But yeah, and it's been great. Yeah. Like, to be married to somebody that's my best friend, so, and somebody that cares about me and helps me grow, because I can get stagnant.
See, Tim says that boy ain't telling one lie. Used to drag anybody around with him to aid her.
Facts, yeah. Plenty of times we'd be like, bruh, I need to come pick up my car, or because I'm going to drive her car back to make sure she home safe for her. Man, it's just, man. Remember, Tim, no, we was in a snowstorm. I picked her up in the snowstorm, bro. Like,
that's up.
Yeah, bro. You know how the snowstorms be in St. Louis?
Yes, sir.
And I picked her up in the snowstorm that night, and her mama was calling, like, you gonna get my baby? You gonna get my baby? I'm like, yeah, mama, I'm gonna get your baby. You make sure she got what I'm saying. And that ain't even my girlfriend. That's just my homie. So, yeah, because I know she didn't need to drive in the snow. I dropped off and picked her up, make sure she got what she needed to be back in her club promo days. So, yeah.
Let's talk about this man. You talked about him briefly, but let's talk about him now in full.
Man, what up, Pops? Man, that's my dad, man. That's my everything, man. That man taught me so much. He's a huge factor in the man that I am today. Taught me how to be a man first and foremost, and how to show up. He told me you not always have the right things to say, man. I always have the right mindset, but the hardest part is gonna be to show up. But as long as you show up, man, and he showed me how to show up for your family, how to show up for yourself, how to show up for people at your church, how to just show up. And it's not always easy showing up, but that's what my dad taught me how to show up, because, baby, we had to be in church. There wasn't no way you was missing church in Reverend Cott's house. You going to church. You was out, I'm grown. Man, I'm an adult now. I got, you still going to church if you live in this house. It's me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. He gave me that mindset, and he just taught me so much more just in life, how to work, not expect nothing for nothing, like you got to do something to get something, and all of that, and just how to be a man, how to move and handle myself as a man, how not to, what do you call it, where like people be kind of like complaining about wrong things, like don't complain about it, do something about it, type mentality.
Right.
So,
yeah. And I will say this, as Timothy says, taught most of us that you didn't have to sell drugs to be successful.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, a lot of people in St. Louis, especially, like at that time in our lives, we looked up to people who did do that. But my father was successful, had cars, nice clothes, nice home, and didn't sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? So
now it's funny, Tim put that comment because the wifey and I, we joked how Pops looked like Lamar from BMF.
Oh man, hey! Now if you get on his bed, I can even behave like Lamar on BMF for sure, boy. Look, he was all scared of him for sure, because he ain't missing out on play.
And speak of scared, Pops, I want to tell you right now, thank you for scaring all of those past dudes away from my wife. Whether it was a rifle, or a gun, or a switch, or whatever you had in your possession, or just your look. Thank you. Hold on, let me take this screen away. There we go. Thank you once again for scaring all of the dudes away, because I feel like, of course, because we're here now, but it was like the right time that everything happened. Because from what I was told, any dude that was trying to date, he came with the gun.
Yeah, he came with something. I ain't gonna lie. Like, man, Yeah, man. Don't mess with Mr. Cotton.
Yeah.
However you know him, man. Don't mess with him, man. Look.
He come from Reverend to Rambo.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, look, he definitely, when it came to dudes, it was throwing boy. He threw people in trash cans, pulled up in people's cribs.
I heard.
Man, he threatened people's lives. So, man, I mean, but that's what father does. So.
Then he'll say, God bless you.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, you gonna be affirming at the end. You gonna, like, he's the definition of try Jesus, don't try me.
Man.
Yeah, but whoever wrote the song had him in mind. Cause, but no, he's still a loving person, but he don't play when it comes to his family. That's for sure.
And then, he knows also that if there's something that he needs done, especially because, you in Houston, that I can hold him down.
For sure. And I'm so grateful for you for that. Because me not being, I think that's the hardest part that I had to adjust to is not being able to, especially seeing now that my parents, not being able to see them or be there when they need me. Like, cause I know with grass cutting, I'm gonna be there with, hey, I need you to move this out of the garage and not to physically be there. So I do appreciate you as well for that and stepping in and being that son for Pops and being there for him and being able to show things and like I heard my son Fred from come do this forever and just to hear the excitement and to really know that like he never lost a son. He still has a son there in St. Louis and he used to have a son in Houston. And I think that's dope that you fill that void and that you are his son and that you show him the love and the admiration and respect and all that you do for him and my mom. Like, I know you taking her to games and y'all be kicking it. I think that's very dope and that's why I just love you, bro. I love our family dynamic. It's just dope.
I appreciate that, man. Tim says, I remember when I dropped motor oil in his new page driveway, Mr. Khan called my mom and went off.
Facts. Yeah, man. He didn't even want to be my friend no more. He's like, bro, he called my, and you know what I'm saying? He's like, you snitched on me. I'm like, bro, the neighbors, our neighbors, shout out all our neighbors that was there when I was growing up. I ain't gonna put y'all names out there, but shout out to all my neighbors. They gonna tell before anybody, man. They gonna tell it. Cause he was so cool with the whole neighborhood. I mean, he's sweeping up the neighborhood. He cutting the neighbor's grass. He always, definitely, when the Bible says treat thy neighbor as thyself, he's definitely an example of that. So the neighbors was gonna tell on you, bro. I ain't have to tell you nothing. You already know. It's a white car, this, that. It was a dude. This is the description of him. The neighbors already said it. I can snitch. The neighbors know what happened. Yeah. They know, bro. You live out where you live, the neighbors see everything. So it was rap.
I love it, man. Once again, this Smoooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. It is your boy Smoooth with 3-0. Got my bro, James Cotton Jr. right here. We in H-Town having an amazing conversation. Once again, scan the QR code or go to smoothproductions.com. Smoooth with 3 O's, and let's collab. Let's do some amazing things. And I'm always about just using the gifts that God has given me to bless others. So that's what this is all about, man. That's why I have Smoooth Conversations. That's why it's going to be successful. That's why it's going to be mainstream and go to places that I didn't even foresee. So look forward to it. But let's continue on, man. This has been a great conversation. But let's talk about this moment in your life.
Man, I just touched on it. July 17, 2021, man. I cried, man. Because it was like a long time coming to be with such an amazing person and get to spend the rest of my life with her. To be able to know that, like, what we're doing, I was at a point in my life where I wanted to do everything the way God wanted it to be done. Because I see how far God had brought me. God brought me from, like I said, practically homelessness and poverty to a place where, I was actually able to clinch on to things that I prayed for. And she was one of those things, like just stability in my life, family. Those are the things I prayed for, and I was getting it. So at that moment, man, I was crying because, for one, I'm marrying the love of my life, and I was so excited and happy to finally know that we get to spend the rest of our lives together. And the other part of me is crying because everything I know, what I stayed praying about and praying for my future and praying over my life was starting to come into fruition.
Yeah.
And just to really know, man, God hears your prayer. So always be mindful of your prayers because God definitely hears them.
And I love how you said, because I always say this to others, well, being with someone that you pray for. You know, and it's one thing to say it, but then you have to, those actions have to also mean just as much as you talk about it. You know, you got to walk it. So I love that you're saying that she's someone that you pray for. This photo here, talk about this.
Man, look at King. He much bigger than that now. Man, everybody in that picture, that's my family, man. My baby boy, my stepson RJ, who I love dearly, man. We was just out there hooping it up yesterday, man, and just seeing him. Like, he almost taller than me now, seeing the young man he's gone to. And then the Sarah Lynn, which is, man, that's my girl. She just graduated. Like a father figure to her in her life. I love her so much, man. And that was our family, man. Our family structure. And my idea is to be what my father was to me for them. To instill the respect and to also put confidence in my dad always told me, you can do what you put your mind to, son. And that's what I want to instill into RJ and KJ and Sarah Lynn. Like, whatever you put your mind to, whatever you put your mind to, you should be able to achieve. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Like, to this day, my dad will still say that to me. Just, you know, he'll say, whatever you put your mind to, you'll be good at. Whatever you put your mind into, you're going to exceed at. So, and that's the same thing I want to instill into my children and even into my wife. Like, as she goes through her journey, becoming a therapist with a master's degree, because she's smart and all that, and she the bomb and all that. And, you know, she finna get out here and really change the world with this mental health game, man, because I think that's something we need in our culture and what she's about to do with it. So just to instill that to everyone in that picture, that you can do all things by strength you. Whatever you put your mind to, it's already done in Jesus' name. It's going to happen.
What has been the most challenging part or challenging thing about y'all marriage?
Man, let's see. The most thing is just really just, you know, me. No, I'll be, you know, I'm a man. So sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I might say something the wrong way, react the way I shouldn't react. And I have to sit down and pray somewhere, or I have to sit down and take accountability. Because at the end of the day, I'm still figuring how to battle my own demons, how to battle my own fear, how to overcome my own. So sometimes if you have a certain fear that you ain't prayed off of you start projecting that over the whole house. And like I said, I battle with homelessness. Like, that's a fear for me. It's to not have a place, especially now that I have kids and a wife, to call home and not to have shelter for them. Like, I'm gonna go through whatever I got to go through to make sure I can provide that for them. And so with that type of mind frame, you know, comes a mindset of like, I was a hustler. You know, I used to hustle and do things that weren't right. So my mind goes to, not necessarily to that extent, but it goes to, man, look, I'm finna go get the money, and if that mean I can't be at home, I can't be home. That mean you can't see me for many times. And I think me becoming a truck driver over the road was probably the toughest time, because
That's what I'm gonna ask you next.
I mean that was our tough. That really took a toll on marriage, because if that meant me gonna be in golf for months at a time to make sure I didn't disappoint them, then and she was understanding. It was just the persona, because a lot of people don't realize a lot of truck drivers, especially over the road, suffer from depression. And you don't know that you're pushing that depression on other people, and you suffer from depression because you spend 90% of your day alone. You in the truck driving, you have no real, you know, like us. You're saying when you go out into the world, you see people every day. When you're at work, you see your coworkers. When you go to the store, these people know you because you go to the same store, you frequent the same places, so you build relationships. When you're over the road, bro, you're going everywhere that's not the same.
Right.
You're not guaranteed to see those people ever again. It's real closed office. That's why a lot of truck drivers tend to get each other's numbers and try and communicate with each other throughout the day, because it's very lonely out there. It's very hard, and your schedule, it changes. You might have to drive overnight. You might have to drive in the morning. Your phone might lose service, so now you can't even talk on the phone. You just driving. So I think the persona of me went through a lot of changes, even with me coming back home from on the road, because I was very closed off. I was very harsh, because I only had to deal with me, and just getting back acquainted. It's kind of like somebody going off to war. You go off to war, you come back home, your mind is different. You got to get readjusted to being a citizen. It's not quite the same, but I had to get back used to being at home and being who I was. So that was about the roughest time.
Did you feel like while you were on the road that you was kind of getting those vibes from her, like, man, he's been gone for months or whatever it is, that I didn't sign up for this type of vibe?
Oh, for sure. Definitely, I ain't signed up for this, but she understood what I was doing it for, but definitely didn't sign up for it, because, my son was really young still at that time. We got kids, and that's just a lot to deal with. Taking the kids, everything's on you. Usually we can split that, where you take him, I take him. Or, you do this, I'm gonna do that. I got dinner tonight, I got this, I got that. And shout out to my brother, Ernest, who stepped in a lot with helping her with the kids at that time. But it was tough. It was a lot on her. And it was like me, I'm not relating to her, because as a man, I'm like, look, the bills getting paid, you getting what you need. So I think my approach to it, I shouldn't have been as harsh. It was more like, as man, we think the provision is the only part, but it's not financially just providing, but it's also emotionally, mentally, physically providing as well. It's not a provision of financial gain. It's also providing what she needs for her mental health, for her emotional status, to be there to support her, not to have her husband hold her while she goes through whatever she's going through, and to be there with her physically. Something that we built our marriage on was taken away from us because I made a career change. So I think that was the toughest time.
Yeah, I love it, man. This photo here, I love this photo so much.
Shout out to bro and pops, man. We was looking fly. Look at us, man. We was looking fly as ever. Man, that was dope. I really appreciate you. Thank you. You filmed our whole wedding, and that was dope, man. We look back at that whenever we get mad at each other now. And we watch it and say, remember this while we love each other, girl. We ain't going nowhere. But yeah, that was dope, man. Shout out to that church too. But I paid absolutely nothing for our wedding at the church, and that's because I'll say this: when you serve God, when you truly serve God,
watch what he does.
See what he does, but God will have you serving people.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you serve God's people, God then allows his people to serve you. And that's why I want to say to a lot of people that go to church and they just go to be spectators. But when you go to church, please try to get in a place where you serve people. I'm not saying you gotta be on the usher board. I'm not saying you gotta be on the choir. If it's a prison ministry, if it's just a prayer group, if it's wherever it is that God, pray as God leads you there. Mine was actually, we did Meals on Wheels, which is something I did back home for Friendly Temple Church. Shout out to Friendly Temple. But that's something I did then. So when I got to this new church, it was something I did here. And serving the church, I got more of a relationship with pastors and ministers and other deacons, deaconesses at the church. And I said, man, I'm getting married at the park. That was just what I threw out there, man. If y'all want to come through, that's like, you getting married where? Man, at the park. I'm just getting married at the park. My pop's going to do the ceremony, man. We don't really want to do it at the courthouse, so we just going to do it at the park. They said, no, you not. I said, why come not? They said, oh, you going to do it at this church. I said, huh? And it's like, yeah, you do the church. And I'm like, man, I ain't got no money. I ain't got the money to pay y'all. Nah, we'll do it for free. I'm like, free? So anytime you hear free, but I didn't want to be like that. Yeah, because I hate, I didn't want to be like this. So I was like, nah, we just doing the part. But they insisted, and it was even great for the pastor of that church to be like, I was like, well, man, so you gonna do it for free? Then, I kind of want my dad to marry me. And he said, nah, you can't have your dad marry you. I was like, what? So I think that was pretty dope. And just, a blessing. And that's another reason why I knew it was meant to be. When things are meant to be the way it's meant to be, God allowed everything to fall into place. So it was pretty dope.
And also, what's so special about the photo is that was the day that I asked your parents if I can ask Jamie to be my wife.
Really?
You didn't
I
know
did
that.
not know that was the day.
Yep.
I did not know that day was a day. At that point, I did not know.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, my head is all over the place. But I had no idea it was a day that you were asked. And I know shortly thereafter y'all got married. Hurt my feelings. I'm happy y'all are married, but I didn't get to go. And I'm sad about that. And I forgive you and Jamie for not inviting me.
Thank you, because a lot of folks were in the same boat as you, and I mean, truthfully,
For sure.
like our original plan was to just go by ourselves and be like, hey, we married, but common
And
sense.
who said that was a terrible idea? Because if you don't tell my mama and my daddy, woo. And I told Jamie, I said, I'm about to be the new favorite kid. It's a wrap. You done. You cook. I got a grandchild and you finna love. It's over. You'll never get it back. No, I'm just playing. But no, I told her you had to do that. I know the relationship she has for one with my mother, and the relationship she also has with my father. That I get me not being there. I even said that. Like when I was planning it, I said, I get me not being there because it was very, it was like bam, like we get married, and I know Jamie knew to tell my mom and daddy because she told me, and I'm like, nah, if I know it, you the genius, you know it.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad that y'all did that because I was nervous because I don't know how they went for everybody involved. Because I know how my daddy is and my mama feelings being hurt, my dad's feelings being hurt, and yeah, y'all. So I'm so happy y'all did it the way I did it. It was a beautiful wedding y'all had, a beautiful ceremony. I wish I was there once again. I'm still a little sad about it, but I still love the result of it. And then y'all just got to do it again. Like y'all got to do a renewal, and this time I can come.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna do the same room and everything. And I think for an apology, I'm looking for a cosmetology suite. Let me just throw that out there for an apology gift.
I love it. This photo, well, I put this together for a reason, and my says thanks. But I put this together for a reason. What has your parents' marriage done for you, and what you want to do for your marriage?
Man, one is stay together. I think that's the hardest part because we live in a society where we're so quick to give up on anything and everybody.
So quick, man.
Just like
someone
the easiest thing
the
is
wrong thing. Oh, I'm done with you.
Bro, you ain't cooked my meal the way I wanted to cook. My meatloaf wasn't all the way hot in the middle. I don't know, just any reason. I think instead of looking for reasons to leave, we need relationships to look for more reasons to stay. And we try and discount the reason we should stay with people and put more value in the reason we should leave people. And that's why the society that we have right now is so based on the culture of putting yourself first, which is not even biblical. Like, nowhere in the Bible does it ever say put yourself first. And in fact, it's always telling you to put God first and then other people first, right? And that's when you know a marriage is ordained by God because you're gonna have to put your spouse first.
Right.
You're gonna have to put God first in your marriage and put your spouse first. So even when I get mad, I have to put myself in her shoes. Cause I'm in my shoes. So in my shoes, man, bro, you ain't did nothing wrong. You just a normal dude. But I have to also put myself in her shoes. She doesn't see me as a normal dude. She sees me as her everything. She sees me as a Superman. She sees me as Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? She sees me as Batman, whatever. And I have to be there because that's how she sees me. And that's who she needs me to be at that time.
Yeah.
And even though I might not be those people, I got to do what I got to do to be that for her to the best of my ability.
Who would have thought that you said earlier, July, y'all got married 2023, and then the same year,
Right.
9/11.
Man.
I'm sorry, I said 23, 21.
21.
9/11.
Operation 9/11.
You know what I'm saying? And then this moment happened. Boom.
Yeah. Now that was 2022. That was dope, man.
Reception mode, baby.
Yeah, man. Love is in the air. That was, man, we had a time. Thanks to everybody who came out to that event and celebrated the marriage with us, man. Bro, showed me some dance moves and everything, man. We was lit. If it is a love, yeah.
Man,
we did our thing.
We had that rehearsal going.
Yeah, man. We was lit. We did our thing, man. Like, it was amazing, man. That whole weekend was just so much love. It was so beautiful. All the support and love we got for so many people. Thank you to everyone that was a part of it, that gave to it, that contributed to it, that blessed us with it. Thanks to my parents, thanks to Shauna, the decorating team, thanks to Fred, the videographer, the driver, the man. Look, so many people to thank, but it was just a dope experience, bro. We had a great night, and man, it was awesome.
Speaking of experience, talk about the moment you decided that, or not, I ain't gonna say decided, but talk about the moment that you got that call to go ahead and become a preacher.
So that's a call I've been battling with my whole life. And I always said no, because I seen my dad be a preacher. And a lot of people talk a lot about preachers. A lot of people say things like, oh, they money hungry, they this, that. It's a lot of slander that goes on, and unless you walk in a preacher's shoes or like a PK, which I know you like, it is so much you sacrifice. It is so much. Like going to visit people who are sick in the hospital. These are people like, these people who talk stuff and say, oh, they just in it for the money, or they in for this and that. When the last time any of those people went to visit someone sick in the hospital that wasn't related to them? Mm-hmm. When the last time people went to Ellie Home to visit someone that wasn't related to them? When was the last time they went to a children's shelter to visit people who weren't related to them or wasn't directly impacted their lives? These are what a lot of these ministers are doing. Mm-hmm. They're going to prisons. Like, a lot of times I talk to guys who've been in prison, and they say the most visitations they were able to get were from clergymen who changed their lives. So I didn't want to do it because that's a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and I did it as a youth minister, youth deacon, being involved with church growing up. I've done those things, and I know for one, I was just not something I wanted to do. And I said, God, I'll do anything else, but I don't want to be a preacher. But when the closer I got to God, the closer God said, like, the reason why he wanted me to preach is because it's a different dynamic he wanted me to bring.
That's it.
And I said, my first answer was, God, I'm not even a preacher material. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to like do the hooting thing good. I just didn't fit. And then I'm like more my past, and this was a lot, man. Mm-hmm. And God said that's all the reason why.
Exactly. Like he knows that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like he wanted you to realize you don't have to be like, you know, John P. or, you know, whoever else, you know, Creflo and whoever you want to say, Joe Osteen or whatever. No. Minister your way to have others who may be tired of hearing the other styles or seeing the other styles, and it's not really getting to them as being more direct as you have been. That's what I was saying the few times that you preached, and I was able to see it, and that's what I love. It's just that you have your way, your method of doing things, and like I said before, it's not trying to mimic someone else. Or, okay, I see how this guy is preaching. I see how this person is preaching. No, you do your own way, and you're able to minister, and that's what matters the most. And that's why, like you said before, God says, yeah, I know how you are. That's why I want you to do it, because you know you'll probably reach this particular person or group more than someone else can.
And that was part of it. And then the second half was responsibility and the weight of it. Because the Bible says those who do this go through double the judgment. And that was, I think, the part where I was like, God, if I do this, you know my heart. And it ain't right. And I'm aware enough, because a lot of people ain't aware enough to say this, I'm not right. for this. Like, I don't think I fit this. And God said, if you trust me, you just do what I tell you to do, and I'll get you in the shape that you need to be in. You just a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
People oftentimes expect perfection, you know, from clergymen, and we're not perfection. We're the definition of progression. We're showing you that I'm probably worse off than someone else if Jesus had not come into my life, right? And I know the criticisms, the judgments that people get. Like, they'll be like, well, why you here? You this and you that, or why you, like, they tell you where you should be, they tell you how you should behave, they tell you how you should do things, which I do understand, right? Because you are being an example at that moment, right? But the problem I have with certain people is they're making you the example when Jesus gave you the example. I can never feel the shoes you want me to feel. And the reason why is because you want a clergyman to be your Jesus. And only Yeshua Jesus is Jesus. He's it. He's the way, truth, and life. Not the person that sits up there and tells you the message.
Right.
It's him. He is the only perfect example we'll ever have. And no matter how well I live up to the example, at my best, I'm still filthy rags. That's biblical. At my best. And I would get into what filthy rags is, but basically it's kind of like, speaking of at my best, I'm like a woman's sound up at my best. My best effort. Me putting my best foot forward. It's that I'm never enough. The reason I am holy, says, be ye holy for I am holy, is because he set me apart. His sanctification process. He set me apart. Holy just means to be what? Set apart. And I'm set apart. And I've been set apart by him. I didn't set myself apart. He set me apart. Before he knew me in mother's womb, before I formed you, I knew you. So, but walking with God is the best decision I've ever made in my life. But walking into the ministry has been one of the puzzling decisions I made in my life, because I've seen for certain ministers, like the moment they come in, boom, bam, every opportunity and door opens up. I think when I walked in, I faced every challenge, every reason to be like, see, God, they don't want me here. See, God, they don't want me to do it. See, God, they don't want me. You know, like, to feel that rejection, even when God's taking to do something. But now that my relationship with God is that much stronger, I know the fact that I do get the rejection is all the more reason I know God told me to do it.
Love it, man. Let's talk about parenting.
Oh, man, parenting is dope. It has its challenges, but it's dope, man. Just being able to be there for my children and watching them grow up, I think the best part. Because, like, in that picture, look how little RJ is now. He both of them, him and Sir, they both tall, graduating, middle school, almost on the way to high school. King, walking and talking, making requests now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to see that is the best part. Man, looking right. Like, and he been cool his whole life. That's the coolest little dude I know, man. Like, look, he the coolest dude I know, smart, energetic, funny. So, I mean, I think parenting to me, like, me being a parent, I can't say nobody could lead their children. Like, to me, they're the best part of my day. To see my kids, to laugh and joke with them to get on my nerves. Like, it's still like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I wouldn't even know what to do without it. And they're the people, other than God and my wife, those are the next set of people who I just never want to disappoint. I want to try my best to never disappoint them.
And as you were saying before, it's an amazing feeling when you have human beings who look up to you like you're everything, like you can't do no wrong. You know, you're a Superman. You know, you're the Batman. You know, I know you said that the wife, you know, and so on, but also them kids.
No, for sure.
You know, like my baby girl. Yeah, I remember she said it was a question that was asked about something. I forgot exactly what it was, but her response was pretty much, you know, my dad. You know what I'm saying? He can take care of it. He can do it. You know, he do it all. You know, so it's like that's just that feeling you have over a young child that feels rewarding.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I know, like it feels for me, I know it has to feel for you to
Oh,
know
yeah.
that King and RJ has, that father figure, but with King being even younger and knowing that you're the end all be all, I know that has been an amazing feeling.
Oh yeah, man, it's dope. It's so cool. For them, like one day I think my wife was saying something. She's like, hey, "You got some McDonald's money?" I said, no, but my daddy do. And I'm like, man, look, man, I gotta get my boy at McDonald's, man. You right, daddy got it, or whatever it is, man. It's just the fact that I know I want to be there for him, to protect him, teach him, guide him, and just to have that unconditional love that the family gives to you. You know, no matter if I had a bad day or a good day, no matter if I performed well or didn't perform well, no matter if I'm here or there, it's like they're always gonna be happy that I made it home, that I'm there and spending time with them. So, man, parenting to me, like I said, I don't see how nobody could walk away from a miracle and a blessing to family.
Yeah.
Because it's been great for me. I love my family.
Let's talk about this photo.
Hey, yeah, that was at the same church on the outside. I just did a women's event. Actually, I was the first, like, they usually only had women speak at that event, but they asked me to speak at that event as a man. I felt honored. I think that was around close to Easter, but I felt so honored to be able to speak at that women's conference because, I mean, clearly, he was like, they only had women speakers. They said it like, and I was just like, dang. So y'all, must really consider me. And even the topic that I preached about, I learned something in that sermon when I preached that day. So it was pretty awesome because I spoke at like men's breakfasts and luncheons and all that, but to speak to women to be able to give them strength and empowerment, it was pretty dope.
Yeah, man. It was great. I think that was my first time officially seeing you holding things down as a preacher. So I was like, man, this is kind of surreal. This is pretty dope. But I love it, man. Once again, this Smoooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth as winding things down. This has been a great conversation, bro.
Oh, yes, it has been.
You know what I'm saying? Long time in making. We made it happen. I'm going to continue to go just show some photos, to get your thoughts on the photo and what you can remember from each photo as we close things out. But let's talk about this photo right here.
Ah, man. Shout out to my uncle Michael, man, and my cousin. That's my big cousin Michi. That's actually his son, Justin Hine. You can barely see Justin, boy. And my cousin Amanda, man, me, Amanda, and Justin were like inseparable.
I don't know why you kind of look like LeBron James.
Man, I wish I could play like him. Dang, my dad, I just
had that money
like him. I need to play like him. I'll be straight, man. Look.
But and I know, I'm not sure if you know about the story, but I know Michi from being in a bowling league with him.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
So yes, I've known him. We were like this. He actually built baby girl's crib weeks before she was born.
Wow.
He came over to the house in his bike, and we built the crib, everything. Then he left, and but like after that moment, that was when he started to change in regards to like his religion.
Yeah. I remember.
And I was like, man, this can't be the same cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That he started saying he was questioning God, and
yeah, he was.
then unfortunately he passed away. Rest in peace to you. But no, that was my dude. When I had birthday parties, gatherings, he was there.
Oh yeah, he was the life of the party,
Yes.
man.
And then to find out that, of course, he is related, to y'all. We're all related now and everything. And how he was like that bodyguard for my wife when they went out to a certain events and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, him, Bobo, Goo, family. That's why I say I love my family. They gonna make sure they don't play behind the Zoo College. That's what they call it, Zoo College.
Yeah.
They don't play behind her. But yeah, man, I did not know that, man. Shout out to Michi, man. He was dope, man. Because taught me a lot, showed me a lot. I just will never give up. I believe that God always, once you're his, you're his. Now, me saying that is not because I know he might have been questioning things, but I do believe sometimes God, because we weren't there at the last moment, so I do believe that when you go through life and life gets rough, even if you're questioning God, right? When life gets rough, you still call that great name.
Yeah.
Because you like when you get sick, like you might be like, I don't know, I'm questioning my religion, but then let you get sick enough or feel bad enough, you call on that great name, man.
So-
Because it's something on the inside of you that still is looking for home. Because the Spirit is in you.
Yeah.
This Holy Spirit, once you've been baptized and in the Holy Spirit, not just by water, but with the Holy Spirit is still there. We just quench it. That's why it says don't quench the Spirit or grieve the Spirit. When you're quenched, you're thirsty, right? If you're thirsty, what is it hard to do? Speak. When you're grieving, most people that are grieving don't do what? Talk. A lot of times when the Bible is saying don't quench or grieve the Spirit of God, it's saying you've made the voice of it so small that you can't really hear it.
Yeah.
But when you go through what you go through, that spirit begins to get louder because your flesh gets quieter because you go through what you're going through. So, but yeah, man.
And let me tell you this last thing about Michi. After he and I built Baby Girl, and this is back in 2015.
Wow.
So,
years, man.
exactly. So he left his toolbox when he left, the house after we did the crib. I have the toolbox at the house still.
That's crazy. Wow. So we still got a piece of cut, man.
That's crazy.
That is. That's wild,
Yeah.
man. That's really wild. That's wild, man. So,
Yeah, man. So that's amazing. Once again, shouts out to you, Meech, and rest in peace. Thank you for being mad cool with
rest
me.
in peace, Meech. Rest in peace, Uncle Michael, man.
Yeah.
Love you, Unc. Love you, cuz.
Let's talk about this over though. The cuz.
Man, what's up, Chris, Justin? Yeah, man, dang, I was small. Man, they probably the same size. Am I the only one? But yeah, man, I think that was the Anxiety House. Man, I can't remember. I don't know if that was the Anxiety House or was that at Grand's house. But yeah, man, we was kicking it, young. I know I was back home for something. But yeah, man, Chris, man, let me tell you a story about Chris, man. I was finna get jumped. I don't even remember all the details, but I know I was at a basketball camp. My parents thought it was a good idea, and I was always like, I don't know. I don't know what I was always like. But look, I knew I was finna get jumped. And Chris, man, I don't know what you said or did. I locked myself in the bathroom because I wasn't finna get jumped, bro. I ran. I ain't gonna lie. And I was younger. I think I'm a little younger than Chris. Or whatever I saying, I can't remember. I might be a little bit younger. So I ran the bathroom because it was a good 8 kids. I don't know who I made mad. And when I play defense in basketball, I'm very aggressive. So that could have been it. I don't know. I took off because I wanted to fight 8 of them. Okay? Whoever I messed with, he had a lot of cousins, brothers at that camp. But Chris came and said, boy, if you don't got that bathroom, and everybody scared, like, y'all mess with my cousin, y'all got a problem with me. And I was like, yeah. I had no more problems at that basketball camp. I'll tell you that. So shout out to Chris and Justin. That's like that's my little brother, man.
And shouts out to him. He's officially,
Doctor. Dr. Ingram, man.
Dr. Ingram.
Yes, sir. So proud of you, man. I was like, bruh, we was like literally went from, I tried every wrestling move on you, my bad. Your brother did the same thing to me. Shout out to Monster. He did the same thing to me. I passed out on you. But that's like, that's like a little bro, man. Love y'all, man.
Yeah, love it. There you go.
There you go. There go the first one. That's who did the moves on me. Shout out to Big Cuz, Monster Valley. I don't know where we was at.
Man,
I know we was finna go out.
That look, boy, that outfit jet on.
Yeah, man. I don't know what I was going for on that one. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what I was going for. But I always told you I was like a little preppy thug. That's why nobody expected, gotta leave them clue. But I don't know what look I had been going for. We had to been going somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was going for. But shout out to Monster, man. Big Cuz, man. Learned a lot from him. Taught me a lot. And man, bruh. you already know, man. You know the stories. We ain't gonna expose it. But, man, big cuz. You know how you get when you with big cuz, man. You kick it.
Yeah,
we
man.
used to kick it
So,
for sure.
I have 2 more photos left before we close out this amazing conversation. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. If you missed the conversation live, of course, you can check out the archive as soon as this show is over on YouTube. Smoooth Conversations, Smooth with 3 O's. Like, subscribe, share, spread the word about this conversation and many more previous conversations. Let's see, Tim says Monster was teaching us that real as young adults. Salute.
For sure.
But earlier, I brought up ladies in your life, and I know there's been so many. So to those who cannot be pictured, tonight, I do, much love to you, charge to my head, not my heart. But I couldn't leave without showing this photo and just talk about how much this person meant to your life.
Man, it's just everything, man. Like, she raised all of us, like, all of us. She raised us. It wasn't a summer, it wasn't a day, it wasn't a time where you went and go to Granny house. There's so many memories at Granny's house, all the things that Granny did for us, instilled in us, the love she gave to us. Man, money, going to OKs. She got chains she gonna break down. She used to take us downtown on the bus. Sometimes she'd drive us downtown. Man, just the experiences that we had growing up, and to have our grandmother. That was the only grandmother I got to grandparent I got to meet. I know I had, shout out to Ken Cotton and Coletta. Cotton, my other grandparents, and Leroy McCarter, my grandfather. But Louise McCarter was the only grandparent I knew, because of my age, and the only grandparent I got to experience, and it was a great experience to have her as a grandmother. Sitting on the porch with her, having conversations with her. She got a chance to meet my wife. Of course, we weren't married at the time; we were just friends. But she got a chance to actually meet my wife, and I was being bad and getting in trouble a lot. And my grandma said, "You was doing good when you was messing with that young girl. What happened to your young friend? Don't mess with her." And so that's how I know. Shout out to you, Gran, that you gave me your approval and blessing for my wife. I just love her, man. She means everything. She instilled so many lessons into me and my sister and so many of us. So, man, shout out to Gran. She really was.
All I keep hearing, from the wifey and others is just how amazing she was, how great she was. Then I found out, I believe she went to Vashon.
Yeah, because I know Mayday Parade, when Vashon came out, Granny would be cool, she'd be excited for the parade. But when Vashon came out, she danced, and that's one thing about my grandmother. She was gonna dance. She was gonna party. She was gonna be like, cut the music up. She was the life of the party. Just sweet, loving, kind. Just, man, yeah, so much love in one person. It's amazing to see all that love in one person. Love you, Granny.
One of the Golden Girls. That's what's up, man. So, last one, man, just talk about family.
Man, we deep. Yeah, man, you got my family, the man, look, all stories. Now, them people, like, a lot of them was kids when I moved to Houston. Like, literally. So to see them all, like, they all grown men and taller than me now, by the way. Everybody taller than me right now, by the way. But yeah, they were kids, man, when I moved down here. And to see them all as adults now and grown, my extended family, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, my cousin-in-law and in-laws, my Uncle Al and Auntie Joyce and everybody, man, just that ain't even everybody. That's just
Exactly.
like that man in Atlanta.
It's so many more.
Pinpoint, it's just so many
many
more. Like we deep. Well, Bruce family roots is deep. So shout out to just like I said, we just touched on the family, no, but my Bruce family, my Carter family, my everybody I left out, Choice to my head, not my heart, but my family is deep. Like, and it's so much love spreading through all of it. You went to the pig party, so man, it was about what 3 times, 4 times the numbers?
Big wish, everyone. Those trophies right behind you.
Oh yeah. Got those, man. We pulling this out.
There it is.
2024, man. Champs.
Let them know.
We champs, man.
Let
On
'em
Family Feud, man. With my teammate, Big Bro, and Big Sis, and my wife, man. Champions, man.
Let 'em know.
Yeah, man.
Hold on,
you know.
hold on. Here we go.
Here we go, man. Do the Brian, man. Yeah. Yeah. Champions, man. You know what I'm saying? Still got the, yeah. So, you know, they don't want to see us in Family Feud for real, man.
They don't want none.
They don't want the problems,
They don't want
man.
none, but
There's some people still salty behind it.
hey, it's something good. But once again, thank you very much, bro. Great conversation.
Oh, it's been an honor, brother.
Yes, it's been amazing. And he says, we are, yes. But as we leave, have a look at that camera and go ahead and give your shout outs and where people can find you.
Man, so I want to say something about my first podcast. My boys Nez and Timothy Taylor. We call him Yammy. My name on the show is Jigga Man Jones. Man, please check us out. Subscribe. Show Me Facts. That is Show Me Facts, all one word. 2 S's at the end. Please subscribe to Show Me Facts. Once again, all one word, 2 S's at the end. Also subscribe to MJT Reacts. That's MJT Reacts, all one word. Subscribe to both. We have our podcast. We're talking about sports. We talk about popular hot topics. So please check us out. Make sure you follow us. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. We on all that. Shout out to Tim for handling all that social media stuff that I ain't good at. Shout out to you. But man, to Show Me Facts, man, we got a great live podcast show there that we do. Shout out to Bruh for inspiring us. He was on the show. We crossed over, did what you call that?
Crossover show.
Crossover show.
Yeah.
There we go. I was trying to figure it out. I was about to say a cross bundle. I'm like, that don't sound right. It sound like we sell weed. I don't know. But yeah, crossover show. We did that with the platform sports talk show. So it was dope. It was an amazing time. So make sure you check out. We gotta do that again too. Link up on that again because it was dope. Also, I do have artists. If you check them out, they're streaming on all platforms. That's at SOMAJ space NOTOK. Once again, that is SOMAJ space NOTOK. YouTube, on Amazon Music, Apple Music, wherever they play music, I should be there. My people should be there. Please make sure you listen, give it a try, see how you feel about it. We got more to come. We also working with Bruh. You want to show me the game because I'm trying to bring out Show Me Christ. So we got the Show Me Facts podcast. We have Show Me After Dark, which is coming soon, where we're going to be talking about a lot of the topics going on in the world, as well as Show Me Facts, which is strictly about sports. We also are about to have a Show Me Christ, and I think that's one that's near to my heart, where I get to then just display the goodness of God, how good He is, and all the wonderful things He's done. So we got a lot in store, everybody. Just stay tuned, you know, and keep watching as God keeps blessing and doing wonderful things. And man, we up from here. We up.
I love it, man. And take away being a son for a moment, take away being a husband, take away being a father, being a preacher, being an AI artist, take away being a chef, take away being a truck driver, take away just being everything else. Who is James Hyden Jr.?
Man, just cool, laid back, funny, witty, open, chill dude, man. I talk to anybody. And like I said, that's a big thing about respect. I don't care if you're janitor, I don't care if you're CEO. I'm gonna give you the same respect. You know, the same respect I want to get. I want to treat everybody with love, man, and to feel like, you belong and that you deserve it. Whatever your walk is in life.
And with that being said, everyone, that is another edition of Smoooth Conversations, the H-Town edition, where conversations are always smooth. Once again, go ahead and show love and scan the QR code or go to smoothproductions.com, smooth the 3 O's. Book me for any and all thing that you need in regards to production rise. Trust me, I got you. It's gonna be smooth. Make sure that you go ahead and follow, like, subscribe, Smoooth Conversations, Smooth, once again, Smooth with 3 O's on YouTube. Check out beatdistrictradio.com via the app or go to the website. Shout out to my district family doing amazing things, amazing other shows just like this and other DJ shows, etc. Check out the district. We're doing big things, as you see here. Live shows, amazing DJs, podcasts, teen radio, something for everyone. We are district. You want to sponsor one of the many shows, just like Smoooth Conversations. Let's make it happen. Scan the QR code or email us info@beatdistrictradio.com. Y'all have an amazing rest of your week. I'm about to live it up, enjoy family. Once again, Juneteenth is going down tomorrow. Father's Day, Sunday, of course, Saturday along with Juneteenth. Tomorrow along with Juneteenth, celebrating Joyce's birthday as well. So you're going to have a good time in H-Town. Everyone else, y'all have a great, amazing rest of y'all evening. Stay tuned and stay smooth.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.